Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Football and welcome to another episode of the Prediction Show. This week, things are different. We're actually heading into match week 19 and match week 20. We'll have 18 games since two of them have been postponed so far. We'll have 18 games in the space of around 5 days. So we will be scoring all those games together. So far, I'm currently losing 9-7. I did win the last match week. And speaking of winning, last time out, I faced Charlie. I absolutely smashed him in this prediction game, 13-2. I'm trying to figure out where it went wrong. I think I got a couple of scores right, but let's see how it goes. I don't think they will accept that Arsenal rarely do the double of West Ham in recent years. So let's see how that goes. So as I said, so far, Liverpool and Leeds has been postponed. Wolves and Watford has been postponed as well. So to welcome my guest back again on the show, Charlie from Hammersmith. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm good. Just slowly getting over the Tottenham match. That wasn't fun. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Looking forward to some Premier League football maybe happening. We're a couple of days away. So at this point, like you said, who knows? Who knows? But, whatever matches happen, I'm sure will be fine and fun. And I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So, as I said, 8 games between Monday and Tuesday, and the other games are from between Sunday and Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The fixtures are so piled up. So, let's get started. The first game was supposed to be Liverpool and Leeds, but now the first game will be Manchester City and Leicester. Now, obviously, City, I usually do expect them to go on a crazy winning streak around this period. I actually don't think they lose a game until like February or something. So, what do you expect from this game? City, Leicester?
I can't see past a City win. I think what happened in the cup with Leicester maybe colouring my judgment a little bit. I didn't watch the game. Obviously, I was doing the watch along for West Ham, but I was getting live updates from the chat, and it seemed to go quite poorly for them towards the end. I know you were watching. You were doing your draw show and all that, so you saw everything that was going on. But yeah, I think that maybe that's colouring my judgment a bit because usually I would back Leicester a little bit, but I don't think I can today. I don't think I can. Like you say, I think City are on one at the moment, and I'm seeing City. If we're doing results right now, I'd say City. I'll say 2-1.
2-1 to City. Wow, that's actually very nice of you. I don't think Leicester are playing as almost a second string Liverpool team, and they still bottled the 3-1 lead. I can see City scoring 4. I'm going to go for City 4, Leicester 1. I'm going to go for a heavy scoreline there. The next fixture at the same time will be Tottenham against Crystal Palace. This is a London derby. Tottenham, surprisingly, since Conte came in, they've not lost a game. I think they've won like 5 out of the 6 they've played under Conte. And Crystal Palace have been quite good in every single game, apart from a few, but in the bigger games like against Arsenal, against City, they've been good. So do you expect another home win for Tottenham here?
I do, yeah. We spoke about and you saw on when I was talking on the watch along and stuff. Tottenham were beatable in the cup last night, but they still went about their business very effectively. They just weren't unreal. But when you look at the side they've got, when you look at the players they've got, I think there'll be too much for Crystal Palace. I like what's going on at Crystal Palace, but I just can't see this being them. I think 2-0 Tottenham's where I'm leaning with this one.
2-0 Tottenham. I think Palace will get a goal. So I'm going to go for Tottenham 2, Crystal Palace 1, a tight game there. The next game at the same time will be West Ham against Southampton, a team that Charlie could be a bit familiar with. West Ham obviously losing in the Carabao Cup. Southampton had a rest during midweek. So West Ham's last game was postponed. So do you think they're fresh and ready to win this one?
I honestly don't know how this one's going to go. We're probably still going to be missing Mikel Antonio, who missed out against Tottenham due to COVID. But to be honest with you, even though he's our only striker, Jared Bowen actually scored a goal, which Mikel Antonio hasn't done in 2 months. So it's not the worst thing in the world for us in scoreline wise. I think we're going to see some sort of reaction that we didn't before. I'm intrigued to see how we line up because we've got a lot going on there. But I think we've got enough. I think it'll be a competitive game. Southampton did really well against us last time we faced them. So I think it'll be competitive. But I've got to back the beef, Glen. And so I'll say 2-1 West Ham. But I think it will be a competitive game.
I'm going to match your score. I think that's exactly how it's going to be. West Ham 2, Southampton 1. I can see you guys scoring 2 goals, maybe in the first half, and then second half, Southampton may get 1, and then you guys will have enough to hold on to a 2-1 win. The next game at the same time will be Norwich against Arsenal. Now, we're still not sure that this game is going to go ahead. Obviously, Norwich's game last week was postponed because of cases, and Arsenal is right next to Watford, a game that has been postponed so far. So Norwich, Arsenal, what are you expecting here? Another win for Arsenal, another away win, or Norwich to surprise?
No, I love another Arsenal win, and I think a very comprehensive and competent one. I'm saying 3-0 Arsenal. I just think after seeing you guys before, I just think you're too good for it. And Norwich, of course, they're going to be all over the shop. Given if it does go ahead, they're going to be still recovering from a very bad COVID hit and stuff. I can't see anything. I'm saying, 3-0 Arsenal.
3-0. I think Norwich will get a goal from Sama Timo Pukki. So I'm going to match 3 goals for Arsenal, but I'm going to go for Norwich to score. So 3-1 to Arsenal. And then I'll go fast in the next 4 games since you've gone fast for those 4. Burnley against Everton. Now, it feels like Burnley have only played like 1 game the last 3 months. I think that one against West Ham. Here we are talking about Burnley and West Ham again. But literally all the other games have been postponed. So many weather-wise, COVID-wise. So Burnley, Everton. Everton as well had a couple of fixtures postponed. I am going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for Burnley 1, Everton 1.
Yeah, it's got big last on match of the day vibes. This one. I think I'll match you 1-1. I'm tempted to say 0-0. I can't see either team winning, but I'll match you and say 1-1. But I am tempted with the 0-0. I can't lie.
1-1. Okay. The 5:30 UK time kickoff will be Aston Villa and Chelsea. Aston Villa as well has had a couple of fixtures postponed. This is a good one. Last season, Aston Villa almost cost Chelsea a position in the Champions League, but obviously Leicester lost to Tottenham on the final. Then Chelsea won the Champions League either way. So I'm actually going to go for a draw here. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2. I can't see Chelsea winning.
Do you know what? Big plays. I think Stevie G's doing a little something. And I'd quite like to see Chelsea lose. Now, am I using that to cloud my judgment? Hell yes, I am. 2-1 Aston Villa. Let's go.
2-1 Aston Villa. Win for Aston Villa. Very, very interesting. Let's head directly to the last game on Sunday. Will be Brighton against Brentford. Last time this game was played, it was a 1-0 win for Brighton. They scored very late on. And Brentford as well, a couple of games postponed. I haven't really seen them play recently. So I think it's going to be a similar score. I'm going to go for Brighton 1, Brentford 0.
I like Brentford. I like Brentford, but I'm going to say another draw. I'm going to say 1-1. I'm going to say 1-1. I don't think it'll be high scoring. I think Brighton will stop that, but I'm going to say 1-1.
Interesting. The last game for match week 19 will be on Monday night. Newcastle against Manchester United. Now, any Newcastle fans watching this, I'm pretty sorry. I actually cannot see them winning this game or getting anything. I really want Man United to lose this game to help our top 4 potential. Same will apply to West Ham as well. They want United to lose this game, but I can see it being a bloodbath. So I'm going to go for Newcastle 1, Manchester United 4.
Oof. I was thinking 3-1. I agree with you. I can't see it going any other way. I'm giving Newcastle a goal. I honestly have no clue where it's going to come from, but I'll give them a goal regardless, and I'll say 3-1. But oof.
Yeah, probably that guy. Probably Wilson will get the goal for them.
Yeah,
probably. So those are the fixtures for match week 19. As always, we'll go to the bonus questions for match week 19. Everything will be scored together as well. So we'll do one bonus question for the total number of goals section. We'll do all of them together. So one player to definitely score from those 8 fixtures. Charlie, who are you going for? We have Manchester City, Leicester, Tottenham, Palace, Norwich, Arsenal, West Ham, Southampton, Burnley, Everton, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Brighton, Brentford, Newcastle, Man United.
It'll be a City player, won't it? Let's go with who's doing bits for City at the moment. Who's doing bits for City?
Who isn't doing bits for City? That should be the question.
Probably a better question to ask. Let's go with I'm trying to think. Also, anyone's going to just rock up with COVID instantaneously, aren't they?
Yeah.
Screw it. Are you ready for this? This is going to be mad. This is a mad shout. Flipping
Yeah.
João Cancelo. What? Say
Yeah.
something. I'm high on last time getting the score, the flipping numbers right, Glenn. I'm riding high. João Cancelo is getting a goal.
He scores goals. He scores goals, by the way. It's very good. At the end, he scores goals in the Champions League. I think that was his first goal against Newcastle last week, but it's pretty good. So I'm not going to go that bold. I am going to go for the Newcastle Man United fixture. I'm going to go for Bruno Fernandes, another guy who hasn't really scored a lot, but I'm going to go for Bruno Fernandes to score for Man United against Newcastle. Let's head to the match week 20 predictions now. And the first game, I don't know why they did this to us, but we'll actually only rest for around like literally one day, and then we'll play the early kickoff on Tuesday. So Arsenal Wolves, I'll start the first five. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. This is a hard fixture. Wolves, obviously, we've seen them. I think they beat West Ham recently. I think they lost in the last minute against Liverpool. Chelsea, they drew with Chelsea last time out. City only scored a penalty against them. So it's going to be a really tight game. I can see us winning, but really close. So Arsenal 2, Wolves 1.
Yeah, I think I agree with everything you're saying. I'm also becoming increasingly aware that I keep betting on, I'm not betting because I don't bet, but I keep saying Arsenal are going to win, and it's going to become, at this point, if they say everything, if they do everything I say, it's going to be a flipping 5 winning streak or whatever. But yeah, I think you're bang on. I think Arsenal is just a bit too good at the moment, and Wolves aren't. Wolves are good, but they're not fit. They're not on all cylinders. So I think you like you say, a tight game, but I think Arsenal will squeeze out a victory. I'll say 1-0.
So I have a question from that as well. Now, since Arsenal are playing on Sunday and Wolves are not playing their game has been postponed. So Wolves will have like a 10-day rest, but Arsenal will play after 1 day. So do you think that will matter as well?
It didn't for us against Tottenham. It did it for us against Tottenham. It should do in theory, and obviously Wolves have been a bit up and down of late. I can't remember many wins they're getting at the moment. So you would hope so. But yeah, I don't know. I think part of it is you've got the fact that they'll have more fitness to them to some extent, because like you say, they won't have played, but also there's the part of just the momentum. The momentum factor is huge as well. And if you're Arsenal just kept sitting in there, just winning, which is what they're doing, then that can sometimes supersede coming into it cold, but at least a little bit more fit. And I think if, let's say it is 1-0, I could imagine it being an early goal, for example. Arsenal just coming out the gates, hitting it quick, hitting it fast, and getting it. So I'll say 1-0. But yeah, I often think as much as it should help, momentum can sometimes override that a little bit.
Okay, the next game at the 3 p.m. kickoff will be Watford against West Ham. Now, all those games we've mentioned, Charlie, I think this will be the game of the festive period. I'm actually going to go for a bumper of a game here. Watford 3, West Ham 4. Game of the festive period. I'm going to be a high-scoring game, goal after goal after goal. 4-3 to West Ham. I
like this idea that David Moyes is going to concede 3. I do quite enjoy that. I don't know if it's accurate, but I do quite enjoy it as a concept. I don't know. I really don't know. Because we've been so poor in an attacking sense the last couple of weeks. And this is going to sound really bad, I appreciate. But if Mikel Antonio's back for that game, he'll probably start, and then we'll probably go back to not scoring again. I don't know. I like the idea. I agree with you. I think if this was West Ham a couple of weeks ago, month ago, 2 months ago, I think I would back that as just a wild game. That being the case, I don't know how wild it's going to be. I'll say West Ham win because we should do. It's Watford. No offense.
Also, same applies to you guys. Watford's game has been postponed, so they will be fresh as well.
True. And I guess actually my momentum argument probably goes against us in that sense, because our momentum is in a negative sense right now. Although we were much better in the second half against Tottenham than we were in the first. But I'll say 1-0 West Ham. I think West Ham need to win, but we're not attacking wise. We're just not there at the moment. This might all change. We might come back. Mikel Antonio might come back and look like a beast again. It might happen. I don't know. But just I'll say we'll win because I think we have to and we should. But I don't know how bombastic it will be.
Awesome. So Watford, West Ham, those are the predictions. Next up will be Southampton, Tottenham. Obviously, West Ham will have faced Southampton a couple of days before. I don't think Tottenham will win this one. I've given them a win against Crystal Palace, but I think this will be a tight game. I am going to go for 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw. Southampton 2, Tottenham 2.
I like that. I think Tottenham will win. I do think Tottenham will win. I think that's the safe bet here. And I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with it, Glenn. I'm going with my safe bets, but I'll say 2-1 because I think 2-2 is actually a good shot. I do like Southampton. I think they got a little something. I like Broha up front. I think he's really good. Yeah. But I'll say 2 on Tottenham. I'll say 2 on Tottenham.
2-1 to Tottenham. Pretty interesting. You've predicted a couple of wins for Tottenham and Arsenal. The way, if you're to listen to Charlie's predictions, it looks like Arsenal and Tottenham will finish first and second on the table. The number of games these both teams will be winning. So that will be the next game. Then another game at the same time will be Crystal Palace and Norwich. Now, I don't think it's going to be that boring, but if you have some Christmas or New Year shopping to be done, you need to do it during this game. I don't think you'll miss too much. This is the time to do the New Year shopping. So Crystal Palace, Norwich. I think Crystal Palace will win it, but it's going to be a dull 2-0. Not an entertaining 2-0, a dull 2-0. I can see a penalty in the first half and then boring, and then Crystal Palace header in the last minute or something. So 2-0 to Crystal Palace.
You've basically said exactly what I was going to say. 2-0 Palace. I think it's going to be dull. I think it'll be like you'll watch it and you'll see it and you'll read about it and you'll go, look, Palace deserved it, but my God, am I glad I didn't watch that match. I think it'll be 2-0 Palace.
Very true. So get your New Year shopping done during this game. The next game will be Leeds against Aston Villa. Now, since the Liverpool game was postponed, I was actually going to go for Liverpool to smash 5 past them. So their confidence would have been shot. You didn't even have known if their manager would be there after that trashing against Liverpool. So Leeds against Aston Villa. I can see Leeds picking up something here. Although we've gone for Aston Villa to do well against Chelsea, I can see a 2-2 draw again, another 2-2 draw.
It's an interesting challenge for Steven Gerrard. I think even, for example, if you take the game we had against Leeds, even though we beat them, they still, especially for the first half, they were still Leeds. They still played Marcelo Bielsa football. And I think it becomes an interesting challenge. I think we've seen with Aston Villa, although Steven Gerrard is doing something, oftentimes it feels like he's had one good game and one bad. Or not bad, but the results have been good and then bad, and it's not quite worked out in that sense. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be my bumper mad one. This is gonna be my West Ham Watford. I'll say 3-3.
3-3. Wow, that's an interesting game. After watching that boring Crystal Palace Norwich game, this is the game to watch. I think it will be like 5:30 kickoff. And then the last game on I think it will be Tuesday. That will be Leicester against Liverpool. So you go first on the next 5 fixtures. What do you expect in this one? Obviously, it will be a rematch of what we saw yesterday. So we only have to wait 5 days for another Leicester-Liverpool game. Do you think it's going to be a similar 3-3 draw like we saw yesterday?
I think it will be big scoring. I think it will be, I don't know, I haven't decided which way it's going to go, but I do think it'll be a big scoring game. 2 teams who like to just go. I can't see it not being Liverpool's again. But I don't think it'll 3-2 Liverpool.
I was going to go for the exact same. I'm going to stick with that. Liverpool will also be fresh. They won't play Leeds this weekend. The game has been postponed. So I can see it being a high-scoring game. Exact same. Leicester 2, Liverpool 3. They also don't have Robertson on the left side. The problem with games getting postponed, Robertson is supposed to miss Leeds and Leicester. Now he will miss Leicester and Chelsea. I'm pretty sure they're gutted with that. They were supposed to have Robertson for the Chelsea game. So that's the problem with games getting postponed. Speaking of Chelsea, they will be facing Brighton. I think that will be a Wednesday night game. So Chelsea, will they bounce back from the Aston Villa loss you predicted?
Yeah. I don't think it will be like a massive scoring game, but I think it will be a decent 2-0 win for Chelsea.
A decent 2-0 win for Chelsea. I am going to go for Brighton to score. Brighton always have attacking potential, so I'm going to go for Chelsea 2, Brighton 1. An interesting game there. The next game on, I think it will be like 45 minutes after Chelsea, Brighton will be Brentford against Manchester City. So what do you expect from this one? Brentford City again win another game. I mean, you're talking about 5-game winning streak for Arsenal. I think for now, you're like on 15 for City. Will you go for another City win again?
I don't want to. I like Brentford too much. I don't want to, Glenn. But I think if I'm... I said João Cancelo's getting a screw it. Brentford are winning. It's happening. 2-1 Brentford.
Brentford 2-1. I think you're absolutely gone crazy. I am going to go for Brentford 0, Manchester City 5. City
to be clear,
in this kind of games,
think I've also gone mad.
City in this kind of games, the games that other people struggle, like Watford away, Brentford away, Crystal Palace away, they usually turn up there and score 4 or 5, and this is a similar game. City 5-0, City 5-0, another comfortable win for them. Then heading into, I think it will be Thursday, Everton against Newcastle, two teams that are both struggling. Do you think it's looking to be a draw, or one team will get a win here?
Yeah, another game I'm definitely not going to be watching.
In case you didn't shop for something the previous day, you can go and get it at this time as well.
Do you know what I mean? Just go get a meal deal off Tesco or something. Literally, I don't know, look at a treat. Probably 1-1.
I'm not going to give Newcastle any points. I'm sorry. Everton 2, Newcastle 1. I'm sorry to the Newcastle fans, but until they buy players, that defense, even Dubravka has been looking horrible. Lascelles, the kind of goal they conceded to Man City, that Diaz goal, that was just horrific defending. So 2-1 to Everton. Then the last game on Thursday, I'm not sure. I don't know. People will be staying up for this on Thursday. Manchester United against Burnley. Now, the funny thing is Burnley usually give Man United a tough game at Old Trafford. I think the last 3 seasons, I think United have won maybe once or something at Old Trafford against Burnley. So do you think it's going to be another comfortable win for Man United, or Burnley to surprise them?
I think it will be comfortable, but it won't be high scoring. I think it will be 2-0 Manchester United. I think it'll be one of those ones where you just watch it and it will just, you watch and you go, yeah, they deserve that. They get away from it. You walk out of it. You go, yeah, that's a win. We move, sort of thing. 2-0.
I mean, Burnley always do well against Manchester United. And for Burnley, they really do love scoring from set pieces. And United, I think the last 2 seasons they've conceded from like 30 set pieces or something like that. So you did say, Charlie before the show did say we'll be watching Spider-Man during the Christmas period. I can imagine the likes of Tarkowski and Ben me watching set piece programs all Christmas period, just seeing how people score set pieces from back in the day. You know, the likes of Collins when he was at West Ham, the likes of Richard Dunn when he was at Aston Villa. I can imagine them watching that over Christmas. So I am going to go for Manchester United 2, Burnley 1. So from that week, one player to definitely score. So we have Arsenal against Wolves, Southampton against Tottenham, Watford, West Ham, Crystal Palace, Norwich, Leeds, Aston Villa, Leicester, Liverpool, Chelsea, Brighton, Brentford City, Everton, Newcastle, Man United, Burnley.
I'm vibing a Liverpool player.
I'll actually give you this. I'll actually give you one option and then a backup option just in case a game is postponed. So if the first option doesn't play, you have a second option.
Okay, that's all right. I'm vibing a Liverpool player. Obviously they just had their game postponed, so I think it's going to be a bit of a madness. I think is Salah fit at the moment? If so, probably Salah.
It is one of his final games before he heads to AFCON. So Salah to score against Liverpool. I've gone for a 4-3 West Ham Watford. So I am going to go for Bowen to score against Watford. Bowen to score
I was about to say good luck, but fair enough.
Who is your backup option in case Liverpool Leicester doesn't get played?
I'll go West Ham as well to back the beef. In case you're right and I'm wrong, which is highly likely. And I'll say Benrahma.
Benrahma to score in that fixture. So I've calculated this. I think Smith Rowe won't play against Norwich. I think he will start against Wolves. So I've gone for Smith Rowe to score against Wolves in the early kickoff as my backup option. So total number of goals scored this both match weeks, man. We have 18 games. I've never done this all together. So I am going to go for 50 goals on the dot. 50 goals. Tough one. So many. You could see a lot of high-scoring games. Maybe City, Leicester, Villa, Chelsea. I think you've gone for a 2-1 or something. Southampton, Tottenham, Watford, West Ham, Liverpool, Leicester. You've gone for a 3-2. Brentford, you've said to win 2-1. I mean, United, another 2-0. So how many goals?
The accountant in my brain should have been tabulating this and keeping track, but instead, what he did was just sort of vibe. So I'm gonna say there are a lot of high scoring games in there. 53.
53. Awesome, man. So those are the MATCHWEEK 19 and 20 predictions. We'll be scoring together. Let's hope I do a bit this week. After maybe just before the new year, before I do the January 1st prediction. So I'll put Charlie's link in the description to his Twitter. He always loves people to follow him on Twitter. It's very interesting. So thank you for watching. Keep staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.